Welcome to the question and answer session for my website. I'll delve into my slightly smelly trainer and dig out the first question. Okay, it's from Claire Pierce. Is there any challenge you look at and think, actually, no, I don't fancy doing that? That's another good question. Things I've done haven't been that adrenaline based. They've been more endurance, I guess, because of my sporting background, that rowing was very much a heart and lung sport. So everything has been based around using the parts of the body that I trained for a decade. So it's easier to step into that. What most people who do an endurance sport have is very little coordination. And so you don't do endurance sport if you're not especially ball sport orientated, and so things that require massive hand-eye coordination I have tended to avoid. Climbing is one area I would really like to do, but also having had no experience of it, you think the potential risk is massive if it goes wrong. It's an either-or situation, but the ability to learn a new skill and then to see your obstacle and get to the top of it is really appealing. But if the offer came through of, right, we are now going to go and climb K2, would I do it? Wouldn't leap at it. I'd like to be at the top and climb down slowly, but whether you want to go through the whole process of getting up there, I don't know. It's something I would have to really think about. This is Rob Chisholm. If you had to take one book and one tune away with you, what would they be? Well, I'm a third of the way through a book at the moment, Rob, which is Team of Rivals, all about Abraham Lincoln and how he came to power, and that when he was in power, he brought in the people that had fought him for the Republican nomination and sort of created a team of people that were primarily against him at the start, but they were needed in the cabinet to sort out the slavery, civil war, and just get America back to going along the lines of the Constitution that it set up under Washington. So I'll take that just to finish it. And one tune. Okay, I'll give you a reason for a tune. That one of the last songs I listened to before I raced the Olympic final in Sydney was Time of Your Life by Green Day, which I think that came out on Nimrod, their album in sort of maybe 1998. And so there's no reason for me to listen to it apart from it having to pop up. But then we're on grandstand in the evening and after our race, and they'd put that song over the highlights of our race, which again, they'd just chosen that randomly, although I guess it was a good day. And it was just weird. That was the first song I heard after we'd raced, okay, aside from the anthem, and the last song I listened to before, and there was no reason that I should listen to it or that they would have picked it because it had been in the charts a couple of years before. So that's always makes me think of that day. This is a question from Stephen Hutchinson. Why is there a gratuitous arse shot in virtually every program you do? Nice ass, what do you feed it on? That's actually what the physio said, male physio. Nice ass, what do you feed it on? Whilst he was preparing the area for the bike ride across America. I guess the things that I've done since stopping rowing and that have been documented, so rowing across the Atlantic was a lot of time sitting on a wooden seat, and that wasn't very comfy and caused butt problems. Any cycling event that I've done a lot of hours in the saddle for causes butt problems. If you think the Tour de France, okay, they do a lot more cycling, but they're in the saddle for stages about 4 or 5 hours. When I was doing the thing in America, I was on the bike for sort of 18, 20 hours, so it's an excuse for having a sore bum. I'm not sure how many butt shots there were in the South Pole. I really wasn't keen on getting it out at all there. But yeah, I think there is some more nether regions preparation needed for anything I do on a bicycle, that's for sure. So yeah, I will endeavour to make sure there isn't one in the next one, don't you worry. This is from Ed Clifford. Who would win in a fight between a fox and a badger? See, now, I may have done some things with Ben Fogle, but I am not a country file presenter. A fox and a badger. I think a badger wouldn't attack unless it was trying to defend. So I think as soon as something's trying to defend its burrow or its territory, then they're going to be much more ferocious. And also, foxes are not very big, whereas badger is pretty solid. And also, once a badger kind of clamps its jaws, you have to prise them open. Even when they're dead, you still have to give them a big old crank open. So once it locks its jaws around a fox, that fox ain't getting anywhere. So I'll go badger. So that is it. The shoe is empty. I'm not sure whether I've inspired you to send in some more questions, but it was great fun trying to answer them. And thank you very much.